Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing well. You'll hear some little red squirrels out there yelling right now, maybe, but they've been pretty noisy for about a half hour here. Um, my topic of the video today is a book that should be in the scriptures. Um, it's always good to understand how the enemy um, thinks and how they operate and how even Satan deceives his own. I have a book that explains all that. I'll leave a link for that. I don't want to name it as this video is uploading because of there's certain people that may not want that information out there. And of course, um, it's an audio book, but it has some like pictures behind it of the chapters of the book. And I'll leave it there for the sake of getting it out there in a wider manner right there for today. But like I say, I'll leave the link and it's like 100 and some minutes. It's not boring in the least. Stick with it. I'm sure a lot of it will resonate with everybody, no matter who you are, you know? So, um, yeah. I'm having a pretty good day. I did go out and by this truck where them little kitties are. I took a 55-gallon drum with a sleeping bag and some rubber mats and a log to hold that down on one side and put it by that truck frame so they have a little place out of the rain because the mama's been feeding them on the ground instead of throwing them up in the truck well, it gets hot in there during the day too if it's warm out. So but yeah, they're not very safe. A little black one tried marching out right by his mommy because the mommy got jealous. But Puma, yeah, her sister, Heart Baby, Doug found her body back by the woods and buried her for me. Her back leg was missing and she was all mutilated. And he said he was glad that I hadn't seen her. I did hear it when it happened. I knew she was a goner. I mean, even the mother of her, we both just looked. I mean, because the mom got grabbed by something and almost lost her life, all busted up. And that's why I brought her in. It's dangerous out there. That's what I'm saying. It's a dangerous world. So, could have been wild dogs or a bear or any dang thing. Who knows? By the creek, it's in the woods, it's a possibility of anything, like 50 steps out my back door and you're in danger. It may possibly, you know. So, yeah, and I got my exercises done today, and I did have some sunflower seeds last night. Yeah, they're good. Ranch ones, if you haven't tried them. I love them. I haven't had them for years, but yeah, I've been in the mood for them, and they are good. So they're protein, regardless. They say seed oil isn't that good for you, but I think if you have other things through your day, anything in moderation is pretty well, you know. And if you keep busy and active, and mentally, physically, fasting, you know, some of you might not know. New subs, thank you for being here. I usually eat once a day at night and never gain any weight. I fast all day, usually. I'll get my moods if I'm like working extra hard or had a very rough day, tired, or, couple 3 or 4 times a year. No more than a half a dozen. I might eat twice a day. Or I might have a glass of milk in the afternoon or something, and then a bunch of water, depending on. But yeah, rarely will I have, like, I do occasionally wake up hungry and need to break my fast, but that doesn't happen often. So that's kind of how I maintain keeping strong, you know. I did go through a bout in my life of having broken bones and sicknesses, operations, um, unknown fluke the CDC put in me and messed me over, and I can't prove it. But I do have paperwork they tried to hide on me, hard evidence against them. But yeah, they suck. But back to just keeping physically fit and fasting keeps me alive, you know? That's the truth. But you know what? I'll get back to what I was saying. I know there was something somewhere I was going with something, but just the fact of the chemical trails and things that are going on in the air with the EMPs, and I don't know. It's all crazy. And then I almost was going to share a John Levi has I think the name of the video is Cathedrals, how they give out like it's a demonic harmonics within the structure of a cathedral, you know, and the operations, like how that works, the mechanics of it, and the schematics of a house. The same with a Masonic house is typically a certain dimension. It can go by like uh, 369, that type of mathematics, or um, like a 20 by 20 two-story house with an addition, you know, would fit it in. But or like a 30 by 30-foot two-story house, or different ways, and with a garage addition or something, and maybe a gabled roof, or um, to give the harmonics of the Masonic sound system and their wavelength and the tone of the voices and their music. And I mean, I could go on, and it's true. What I'm telling you is absolutely true. Up right up to like concert halls and convention centers, stages that are designed not for the benefit of humans in most cases. So, cheers, everybody. So I think, yeah, you're gonna find a lot of value in stick with that audio book. It's really entertaining and will make a lot of sense, even with the dark cabal Jews that are from the Canaanite, or however we want to say, Phoenicians, or even the dark Sicilian, or the um, Slavic type, like Romanian, Ukrainian bloodline state, or German, and different people that have carried this bloodline in their witchcrafts, their crafts, their dark crafts through the ages. This book will totally just tell you what you already know and confirm in your heart what the truth is. And that doesn't take Jesus Christ out of the picture. As a matter of fact, they touch on that, but in such a way that Satan, his kids will not even be able to hear his betrayal in this book. In the beginning, he flat tells them how he's going to betray them, and they're ignorant of it. They ignore that part because of the power he bestows on them, you know? So, yeah, it's a trip. So, another good video I watched was Robin's Hood had a really good video. I don't know the name of it right now, but it's more important for me to share this book, audio book, with you all than it is that. I'll see what's going on tomorrow because he made a really good video about like what's really going on when your flesh betrays you type of thing, which is pretty good topic, so it's like it wasn't me and it wasn't either. That's why people don't realize like the difference between Isis, Esther, Lilith, that and Eve or Mary, or the different bloodlines, like the definite offsprings of Eve not being the dirty, filthy people that they've made them out to be, but it's the other bloodline posing as those women to trick and fool, and it's just like the bloodline of Christ isn't the same as the bloodline of Cain or Satan, because Christ isn't the deceiver. That's how Satan deceives in the end. He even tricks his own people with power, and he deceives others because they're not. He even praises his incubuses and succubuses and Cain, because that's where that bloodline originates from. So, yeah. Like I say, it's a trip, but it's a trip you all need to take because time really is getting short, and not to be frustrated every day. That's one thing, and to have them lie right up in our faces, that's another. And even, you know, well, you'll hear it for yourself, and then we'll talk about it. You can give me your thoughts on that. I would appreciate that, and I think you're gonna find it pretty cool. And because I think, like me, even if some of us were raised going to church, became members of a church, confirmed or and baptized, whatever, all of that, or none of that, I'm sure you're going to have an instinctual feeling on the chronology of the people that are written about, so like where we came from and who we are now. What are we doing here? So, yeah, cleaning up some messes. It's like I can't do a good Puerto Rican uh, accent, but I used to love watching Lucille Ball and her real husband, Desi Arnaz, when she was in trouble because she'd do goofy things. He'd say to her, "What you," or no, that's Willis, "what you talking about?" No, wait, wait. He'd go, "Oh, you got some splaining," not explaining, but "you got some splaining to do, Lucy." He'd say, "What you talking about, Willis?" So, yeah, I almost threw that one. Oh, talk about funny. Now, I think this is funny. I made a joke today because the Time for Judgment had a pretty good video, and he was talking about Jimmy Silva and how, or Seville, how, this new one of the heads of state over in the, I think it's called the Parliament or whatever over in England. Some I don't remember her name right now. Was praising Jimmy Silva, and he's known for necromancy. So I made a joke. It said, yes, Jimmy Silva asked me to have sex with him. And I said, over my dead body. It's bad, eh? Huh. Well, it's the truth. This is what uh, type of antics are acceptable by the crown head. Full of shit. That's the type of world leaders and what's acceptable in their lives and around them, you know, which we all know what a lot of that is and how they do make a lot of their money and the pain they would cause somebody from the Christ blood side, which they're actually forbidden to do, but they're doing it anyway. So, and it is really all about not wanting there to be more of us than more of them. And if you feed the good wolf inside yourself, you're going to be of the Christ blood, and that's what they don't want. They don't want your body and your mind and your soul whole. They want you in chaos and pieces and upset, you know. So I'm going to leave it on that. I'm a little tired, to be honest. I did stay up pretty late last night, but I have a lot on my mind. It's kid things, you know. So, a lot of, um, it's not really like decisions to make with them. It's just a matter of, not letting another human being's issues that they're not coming out of hold me back from excelling at any moment, if you know what I mean. So it's like chill time. So, yeah, it's time to take a little bit of a sanity break, you know? Not a break from sanity, but a break for it, you know? Just tired. So before I get too goofy, I'm in a, because I do get silly when I'm tired. And you might have noticed that, like some of you, last couple days, if I went to type, well, a lot of times I'll try and type in the dark, and that did happen the other day on Bruce Sees All, and I went back and I'm like, I wrote LOL, have no clue what I wrote. Um, I don't think I pushed any keys, but I think I bought because I just put a heart, or a thumbs up, and it ended up typing something. So, but yeah, that's just called tired, you know. And yeah, I try to, like, I'll answer notifications at night, and because I want to keep up on them mostly if I can, unless I'm just too tired to type. It's like been a long day. So, yeah. And today really kind of has anyway. I've been rather busy housework and outside, in and out, and getting things done. And so I thank you for joining me. I love you all. Have a really good night or day wherever you're at. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.